All right. Hello, everyone. This is Adlan Fela, Chief Analyst at Maravidit. It's my pleasure to welcome Robert Gross, who's the CEO of WorldVue. How are you today, Robert?
Doing great. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
So you're President and CEO, to be correct. Can you tell us a bit more about your company, your MSP business?
Yep, we've been around since 1975, so celebrating our 50th year in business. We started in the hotel technology space, and we've been in the hotel technology space ever since. Started with TV services, and TV services have evolved into a full-on application over a managed converged IP network. And so now we're doing a complete stack of technology from the physical layer network all the way through to applications like video. And of course, Wi-Fi is a big part of that. So we operate in our primary operations are in the US. So we've been operating in the US all of the 50 years. And then recently, in the last couple of years, we've expanded and opened 9 regional offices throughout the world. So we serve EMEA, Latin America, CALA, as well as APAC and Oceania. So we've got our hands full.
And hence the word "word" in your company's name.
Finally, world came to fruition. Yes.
So, you mentioned hospitality. What about multifamily and other segments?
Yeah, we do some things in multifamily, but our primary business is the hotel business. And those businesses are very, very different. Some think that they're very, very similar. The only thing similar is that there's a network and there's an internet connection and there's people that you have to connect. The nuances of doing business in multifamily are vastly different than doing business in the hotel space and vice versa. The go-to-market's different, the customers are different, the sales process is different, the technical support's different, the end user support's different. So they're fairly different and unique businesses. We do business in both those areas, both multifamily and hospitality, but our primary focus today is the hotel business.
Fair enough. So what are those top 3 business challenges you have right now?
Yep. Yeah, I think people is always a challenge. People, whether it's people in terms of the customer or people in terms of the people that we use to serve the customer, the dynamic of human nature and personalities has always been a challenge and always will be a challenge. I think applying technology and processes to that helps improve that greatly, but people will always be a challenge for our business and frankly most businesses. The capital markets are relatively healthy today. So that's not a huge issue for us, although, cash is always something that we look at every day. So we want to make sure that we've got our arms around that and we're managing to investors' demands. That's a challenge. And then the dynamic of the vendor space, I think, is always a challenge as well. Various vendors bringing various value propositions to us and making sure that we don't get locked into one of those value propositions and are subject to the nuances of that specific vendor. That's important. It's one of the reasons we started to invest some time and energy in the open Wi-Fi space, but it's also why we keep very, very close with almost all the major networking and Wi-Fi vendors out there in the space. So yeah, those are the big 3.
A good segue for the next question. When you hear vendor lock-in, what comes to your mind?
Yeah. What comes to mind when I hear vendor lock-in? The number one thing I think that comes to mind is that you lose control of your business. You're really at the mercy of someone else, and that's never a comfortable thing. So, losing control of your business, whether it's the products you offer, the solutions you have to learn and hire people to support, or even the commercial dynamics of pricing and supply chain. That's some of the risk factors that come to top of mind when I hear the words vendor lock-in.
Not pleasant things then.
That's right.
So what does a single pane of glass or vendor freedom mean in your day-to-day MSP operations?
Yep. I think both those things are different but related. I think single pane of glass to me means efficiency, being able to operate across a very large geographic space or with multiple clients and multiple endpoints in a very efficient and cost-effective way, and gaining some visibility into the operation of your network in an efficient and reliable way. That's a single pane of glass, what I think about when I hear single pane of glass. Vendor freedom is a little bit different. Vendor freedom to me means that you're able to address customer needs, maybe specific problems that you're trying to solve. For example, if you're trying to solve outdoor coverage, there might be a better solution that's not locked into a single vendor. And it allows you then to control your own destiny and have more freedom for your business, really. Being able to be the captain of the ship of your business. That's what vendor freedom means to me.
Yeah, I like the expression, captain of your ship. Final question. If you could have a magic wand what technology or service would you add to become more successful overall?
Well, I mean, the promise of AI, and that's been a promise now for years, has been driven at efficiencies and automation, being able to use computational power to sort of see into your business like you've never been able to see into it before and automate important decisions or make them easier to make without having to staff up and have lots and lots of people looking into a specific data set. So AI is probably the magic wand that if we could add that in a more robust way to our business, I think we would become more successful. That's probably the number one magic wand right now out there.
Okay. What else would you have in mind besides AI automation?
Let's see, what service could we offer? So, I think that the world of the promise of the Internet of Things, where everything is connected and everything that is connected can then be digitized and automated. I think that's one area that the industry is yet to grab onto, and I'm talking the hotel business, has yet to grab onto and take to where its full potential might be. So if there was a service out there that I'd be interested in adding, it would be something related to building automation, something related to automating guest experiences, in a more efficient and effective way. I think there is definitely a path there towards personalization of the guest experience in a hotel and how you can tie that back to connected things, whether that's the TV, the lighting systems, the climate control systems, the window treatments, those things. That to me would be a pretty interesting product to offer at scale that's affordable and cost effective. And that may be one of the reasons why it hasn't taken on the promises that have been made, is that it's still relatively expensive. You still have to buy new everything that is connected, and that takes a while to justify, especially in a brownfield existing property.
All right. Great food for thought. Lots of input. Thanks very much, Robert, for sharing your insights with us today. And thanks everyone from the audience for listening. And until our next episode, thank you.